another nail biter, man, a barn burner. We knew what to expect with this team. The conference has so much parity, and each night, each team proposed a different matchup problem, right? And styles make fights, and this was a non-traditional style for us because they just go 5 out, and they got a 5-man that's strong enough and mobile enough and clever enough to just make plays from that, and it kind of gave our guys some problems. I thought the turning point in the game was when we went to our 1-3-1. That kind of slowed them down a little bit and kept them on their heels, and we was fortunate that they missed the shot. Kudos to Justin Wright once again, coming through, making significant plays for us at significant times. I thought Eric Boone did a phenomenal job in getting us started early with the defensive intensity. When we went to our bench, we didn't get the productivity and the necessary energy on the defensive end that they provided in previous games. And so it was almost like the momentum just kind of spiraled down and dwindled a little bit. And so we dug ourselves a hole. And we had to fight ourselves back out of it. But hats off to Coppin. They made shots. They made plays. I thought the foul disparity was concerning because we was trying to drive the ball as much as possible. We weren't necessarily getting those calls early on. We got a couple of calls late, and we were able to get to the free throw line and establish a rhythm and set our defense. But overall, another traditional grinded-out MEAC game, and we're just fortunate to come away with a victory.
Played 3 of them in the last 3 games, and Coach, once again, this Eagle team dug their way out, just like they did against Norfolk State. What did you learn about this team in these last games?
I learned that the leading causes of death in the United States is salt, sugar, and coaching this basketball team. They all lead to hypertension. These guys driving me crazy, man. But, to their credit, they get themselves in some situations, and, sometimes they dig deep enough to fight themselves out. And we just got to play the game the right way every possession at a time. And we're not doing that. We're taking plays off and allowing teams to go and run. And, make no mistake about it, they have a lot to do with that. Coppin State had a lot to do with the disruption of what we did tonight. So, credit to Coppin State, Juan Dixon, incredible coach. He's a good friend, and we talk all the time. So he had his team certainly ready to play basketball tonight, and we were fortunate to come out with a victory.
You mentioned Justin Wright earlier, a 20-point game tonight, a career-high 25. What is he doing this year that he's improved over from last year?
I brought him along slow, right? I didn't throw him out there last year. I brought him along slow, forced him to learn the system, forced him to learn the game of basketball on this level. I knew he was tough enough to weather the storm. He was probably frustrated during the COVID year that we didn't play as much last year, and he wasn't playing as much. And, if you want any frustration out of a player, that's what you expect, right? Because you expect every player to want to be out there on the floor, trying to make plays. And that was uncomfortable for him. To his credit, he fought, and he kept his hard hat on. And what you see from him now, that's who he is every single day. Right, so no one is surprised, right, because he brings it every single day. He's probably the baby of the team with one of the youngsters, but he's the most mature guy. You never have a problem with him, right? You go into the cafeteria, the cafeteria worker stopped me, Coach, I just want to say, Justin Wright is such an incredible young man. He comes in here, he shows us the utmost respect. That's what you want, right? And so when you do that and when you treat people the right way and you try to live your life the right way, good things are going to happen to you on the floor, right? So he has a positive cloud over his head, so he's able to make those significant plays at significant times.
And, Coach, that positivity is something that you're going to have to take with them as you go on the road. Next up, South Carolina State. You mentioned the parity in this league. You knocked off the team that was leading, and now it's North Carolina Central and Norfolk State with 1 loss, and South Carolina State's right behind you with 3 wins in league play. So next up, the Bulldogs, what do you see?
Scrappy. Tony Madlock does a great job. He has a guy on staff that was here, so he know me like the back of his hand, Derek Mallison, right? And I love Derek, incredible guy. And he's going to be one of the find up and coming coaches and not only in this league in America, and they put their heart and soul into it. And his group plays extremely hard, right? So it's going to be a dogfight. I'm sure they'll have some kind of homecoming, or I don't know, the Temptations will be performing at halftime or something. Everywhere we go, it'll be something, right? And so we have to be mentally tough, right? We really have to be mentally tough and be able to respond when adversity hits, right? And that's going to be the challenge for us.